The Peace River winds through a valley sculpted over thousands of years. Its waters have shaped the terrain, creating a vibrant mosaic of ecosystems and habitats that sustain a wide variety of life. The river's path is a testament to nature's power, a force that has molded the landscape and nurtured the life that thrives within it. It serves as a lifeline for both wildlife and indigenous communities. For countless generations, indigenous peoples have coexisted with the river, depending on its resources for survival and cultural practices. The river is more than just water. It is a sacred entity, a source of stories, traditions, and a way of life handed down through the ages. However, its waters are also harnessed for energy. The Peace River's potential for electricity generation has long been recognized, leading to the development of several hydroelectric projects along its course. These projects supply essential energy to the region, powering homes, businesses, and industries. This delicate balance is central to the Site C Dam controversy. The Site C Dam, a massive hydroelectric project, aims to meet British Columbia's growing energy needs. Yet it also raises significant concerns about the environmental and social impacts of such a large-scale development. The Site C Dam, British Columbia's largest infrastructure project, promises a future of clean energy for the province. Proponents argue that the dam will provide a reliable and sustainable electricity source, reducing the province's reliance on fossil fuels and aiding in the fight against climate change. But this comes at a high cost. Indigenous lands are submerged, habitats are disrupted. The dam's construction has led to the displacement of communities and the loss of traditional territories. Wildlife that once flourished along the river's banks now faces an uncertain future as their habitats are altered or destroyed. The landscape itself is forever changed. The once pristine valley is now marked by construction and development, a stark reminder of the price of progress. The natural beauty of the region, cherished by many, is now intertwined with the infrastructure of modern energy production. The Site C project has divided communities and ignited fierce debate. On one side, there are those who view the dam as a necessary step towards a sustainable future. On the other, there are those who believe that the environmental and cultural costs are too high. Supporters see it as a source of reliable energy and economic growth. They argue that the dam will create jobs, stimulate the local economy, and provide a stable electricity supply for years to come. For them, the benefits of the project outweigh the drawbacks. Opponents condemn the environmental destruction and question the project's necessity. They highlight the irreversible damage to ecosystems, the loss of biodiversity, and the disruption of indigenous ways of life. They ask whether the energy produced by the dam is worth the environmental and generational costs. This is a story about the tension between progress and preservation. It is a story about the choices we make as a society and the values we prioritize. The Site C Dam project encapsulates the broader struggle between development and conservation, a struggle that unfolds in many forms around the world. It is a story about the compromises we make and the legacies we leave behind. As we look to the future, we must consider the impact of our actions on the natural world and the communities that depend on it. The Peace River, with its rich history and uncertain future, reminds us of the delicate balance we must strive to maintain. The concept of the Site C Dam isn't new. It was initially proposed back in the 1970s, along with two other dams on the Peace River. Site A and Site B were constructed. But Site C, the largest and most contentious, was put on hold. Environmental issues and indigenous opposition delayed the project for decades. In 2010, the Site C Dam was revived. The BC Liberal government, citing increasing electricity demands, brought the project back to life. Despite public opposition and legal battles, construction started in 2015. The project's revival reopened old wounds and sparked a new wave of resistance. The struggle for the Peace River was far from over. The Site C Dam represents a monumental engineering achievement. Once finished, the dam will span over a kilometer across the Peace River Valley. It will form a reservoir stretching 83 kilometers, submerging an area larger than Vancouver's Stanley Park. The powerhouse will produce 1,100 megawatts of electricity. This capacity is sufficient to power 450,000 homes. The project requires excavating millions of cubic meters of earth and pouring thousands of tons of concrete. Tunnels are being bored through mountains to divert the river. The scale of this operation is immense. It stands as a testament to human ingenuity and a stark reminder of our ability to transform the natural world. The Site C Dam's environmental impact is profound. The Peace River Valley serves as a vital habitat for numerous species. It supports endangered caribou, migratory birds, and a thriving ecosystem of fish and plants. The reservoir's creation will submerge valuable farmland and wildlife habitats. This will disrupt migration routes and displace numerous animals from their habitats. The dam will also modify the river's flow and temperature. This will affect downstream ecosystems and fish populations. The resulting biodiversity loss and ecosystem degradation are irreversible. These irreversible costs will be borne by the natural world and future generations. Shaky ground, safety concerns, and seismic risks. Beyond the environmental impacts, worries persist about the Site C Dam's safety. The dam is being constructed in a seismically active area. The risk of earthquakes raises concerns about the dam's structural soundness. A significant earthquake could have devastating effects on downstream communities. Geological research has identified unstable foundations beneath the dam. This has led to expensive design modifications and heightened concerns about its long-term stability. Critics argue that the dangers of constructing a mega dam in such a geologically sensitive region outweigh the potential advantages. Section 6. Dollars and Decisions. The price of progress? The Site C Dam has faced significant cost overruns and delays. Once seen as a symbol of advancement, it has now become a representation of financial mismanagement and controversy. Initially projected to cost $8.8 billion, the budget has now surged to over $16 billion. This dramatic increase has sparked concerns and questions about the project's feasibility and oversight. This makes it one of the priciest public infrastructure projects in Canadian history. The financial burden is not just a figure on paper, it has real implications for taxpayers and the allocation of public funds. Critics argue that the rising costs could have been better allocated to alternative energy sources and energy efficiency programs. They highlight the potential of wind, solar, and other renewable energies that are becoming increasingly viable and cost-effective. The decision to move forward with the Site C Dam was made without a thorough review of less harmful alternatives. Energy conservation, wind power, and geothermal energy were all dismissed as inadequate. This has led to a heated debate about the priorities and decision-making processes of those in power. Wind power, with its rapidly advancing technology, and geothermal energy, with its minimal environmental impact, were not given the thorough consideration they deserved. Energy conservation efforts, which could have significantly reduced demand, were also overlooked. Opponents of the project argue that these alternatives were not given fair consideration. They believe that a more balanced and forward-thinking approach could have led to a more sustainable and less costly solution. They view the Site C Dam as a costly and unnecessary gamble. The economic risks, coupled with the environmental and social impacts, make it a contentious issue. The debate continues, highlighting the complex interplay between progress, cost, and sustainability. Section 7. Voices of Dissent. A chorus of opposition. The resistance to the Site C Dam has been strong and persistent. Indigenous communities, whose ancestral lands are directly affected by the project, have led the opposition against the dam. They contend that the dam infringes on their treaty rights and threatens their cultural heritage. Environmental groups have criticized the project for its ecological damage. They have taken legal action, pointing out deficiencies in the environmental assessment process. Farmers and local residents who rely on the Peace River have expressed their worries about the effects on their land and water. The Site C Dam has sparked a wider discussion on sustainable development and the rights of nature. Section 8. Conclusion: A legacy in the balance. The Site C Dam stands as a testament to the intricate decisions we face in the 21st century. It is a project that has ignited fervent debate and polarized opinions, mirroring the broader challenges of balancing advancement with conservation. It serves as a vivid reminder of the compromises between economic growth and environmental stewardship. On one side, the dam promises a substantial increase in the region's energy capacity, potentially powering thousands of homes and businesses. Conversely, it poses a significant threat to the local ecosystem, disrupting habitats and altering the natural landscape in potentially irreversible ways. The dam's legacy will be a topic of discussion for generations. Its impact on the community, the environment, and the economy will be examined by historians, environmentalists, and policymakers alike. The question remains: will it be remembered as a feat of engineering and foresight, or as a cautionary tale of arrogance and short-sightedness? Was it a necessary compromise to secure our energy future, or a costly error that will forever mark the Peace River Valley? Local residents and activists have voiced their concerns, staging protests and raising awareness about the potential long-term consequences. Their voices add a human element to the debate, reminding us that the decisions we make today will affect countless lives tomorrow. As the dam nears completion, one thing is certain: the Peace River will never be the same. The landscape has been irrevocably altered, and the natural flow of the river has been disrupted. This transformation is a poignant symbol of the broader changes that our planet is undergoing as we grapple with the demands of modern civilization. The true cost of this project, both in economic and environmental terms, remains to be seen. While the dam may bring economic benefits, such as job creation and increased energy security, these must be weighed against the environmental degradation and loss of biodiversity. The deforestation and habitat destruction caused by the construction are stark reminders of the price of progress. The Site C Dam serves as a cautionary tale, urging us to consider the long-term consequences of our actions and to seek out truly sustainable paths to progress. As we move forward, it is crucial that we learn from this experience and strive to find a balance that respects both our need for development and our responsibility to protect the natural world. Only then can we hope to build a future that is both prosperous and sustainable.